thinking of playing Braccio da Montone, and we are walking through the first steps of the Sant'Egidio battle, fought on July. I'm not even going to try to guess what that month is, but in mid 1416. I'll leave it at that. So this is the heat table that I was talking about in the last video. Right here, here's the start. So 6. So whenever a player rolls for continuation or interruption, I think, and it's equal to that number or higher, this marker is moved up the track like that. And when you get to these shields, like the 1 on the shield, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you get these special effects that are listed on a heat effects table on another part of the side of the map here. Okay, I'll try not to skip anything with the nature of this sequence of play. So Pergola last rolled to interrupt. He was successful, and the first thing I have to do with respect to that is to drop his activation marker 1 on the track, so he's now down to 9. Now Pergola's active. What else? There's you can only perform 1 interruption against a successful continuation, and very important, although it's what I want to do anyways, but a condottiero like Pergola here, activated by an interruption, as we did here, cannot issue general orders. So Pergola will be issuing individual orders. You guys realize, since we moved does his order points equal his command rating before the 1 deducted for the activation, or after? Huh. Okay, the rules clearly state before the deduction. So he gets 10 order points. I'm putting it on the order points track. Okay. Pergola has some, is this infantry? Look at these infantry. So infantry with a cohesion of 5, armor of medium. Then we have some, I'll call it medium cavalry, heavy cavalry, medium cavalry, and heavy cavalry. Okay, so 2 heavy and 2 medium cavalry. Okay. So I do think I should move the first activation from Baglioni on Braccio's side to Pergola on Malatesta's side. Alright, do I need any of that stuff for the 1 and 4? 4 is the command range, so he easily has everybody in range. Okay, so we're going into individual unit orders, so let's start with the easiest, most straightforward one. Here we have the infantry there. Yes, they have heavy cavalry in their front. Not necessarily a good idea, but let's exercise the rules, because I think they're going to have some special rules in effect for them. But I'm going to spend 1 order point, give them a move attack order. They already have an enemy in their front, so it's basically an attack order, and I'm moving the orders points marker down 1 on the track. I guess this isn't very hard. Well, it's not very I don't know. There's another one. That'll be cavalry on cavalry. That's another order point. I guess we're doing this one too. This is move attack, so forward 1. Unit may move up to its full movement allowance. This is for move attack. I'm deducting 1 operation point. There's no way we're going to get close to expending all of Pergola's command points, but yeah, I'm still doing this. I guess we need reinforcements here, I guess. Like that. And now we have cavalry and infantry together attacking heavy cavalry. So we'll see how that works out. And then, all right, I guess one more. And let's do facing changes. So this is 1, and then facing change. Cavalry pays 1 movement point to change facing by any number of vertices. So this is 2, and then 3. They entered. Yeah, nobody has any missile capability, so there is no entering reaction fire or anything like that. And then I guess they get another. Did I run out of? No, one more. Attack now. I'm assuming he gets to choose. I'm gonna put it like that. I'm gonna gang up on the heavy cavalry with the enemy leader. But let's see what's involved here. Okay, one thing I remember is actually something to remember. If I gang up on that leader, this is where they're going to get the penalty because they have a unit in their front that no friendly unit is attacking. So that is the, if you want to call it the incentive, I guess you call it incentive, to distribute your attacks. So I'm actually going to change that. So now they're all being attacked by a friendly unit, so there will be no penalty for not attacking a unit to a friendly unit's front, and there will not be a penalty for attacking an enemy unit that is in the front of a friendly unit. That's not, you know what I'm saying. Okay, at this point I'm going to make sure I didn't miss anything in the condottiero activation sequence. So this is for the step 3, which is mostly movement and fire. So any unit with an order implying movement may move up to its movement allowance. Receiving exit reaction, we don't have exit reaction fire here. We're not leaving enemy zocs. Any unit not in an enemy zoc may change its facing by 1 vertex whenever an enemy unit ends its movement adjacent to its flank or rear hex. That doesn't apply. Every unit with an attack or Karitsa marker must designate an enemy unit to attack. We did that. Some combat units that are targets of a Karitsa, I'm not doing any charges. They're all straight attacks. Missile fire units, we don't have any in play here. Just one more. Yeah. Not in play. Cavalry units with Karitsa, we're not doing that. So I guess we move on now to all shock combats are resolved in any order desired by the active player. So we have 3 shock combats. All right, so in some situations, foot combat units attacking the frontal. This is what I was thinking. In some situations, foot combat units attacking the frontal hexes of cavalry must check morale, and I think that they will because this is heavy cavalry. I think that's what's going to play here. We have medium infantry attacking the front of heavy enemy cavalry. Okay, we're talking about the infantry here attacking the heavy cavalry in its front. This is how the rule reads. A foot combat unit, okay, a foot combat unit that attacks the frontal hexes of a cavalry unit and whose armor class isn't higher than the attacked cavalry's must make a die roll before the melee. Okay, so they rolled a 2. If the die roll is higher than its current TQ, yeah, this rule book is really, really rough. By the way, I'm encountering many rules reference inaccuracies. Now, I will say to balance that out, it's not that long of a rule book, but anyways, it's not TQ. It's obviously cohesion rating. All right, so 2 is not higher than 5. The attacking unit takes a disruption and must remove the attack marker, otherwise the attack goes normally. So he rolls, he's good, his attack goes in normally. I do kind of like that extra step, but okay. So now I think we can now we can pick up the shock resolution. Okay, there's probably maybe a little bit of strategizing you can do in the orders that you execute your shock combats, but I'm not doing that. I'm just actually going to go simplest to less simple in shock resolution to show the rules mechanics. So let's just start. Let's see, we have medium 6, medium. What do we have here? Medium versus medium, medium versus medium. Okay, well, I guess I'll just start on the left here. Okay, so we have Pergola's cavalry medium with a cohesion of 5 against, no, let's start over here where it's even. We have medium cohesion 5 versus medium cohesion 5. Okay, over here. All right. There it is. Calculate column adjustments. Okay. Okay, so we have no positional advantage. They're attacking front to front. They're fighting front to front. For any additional unit, there are no additional units attacking here. This is one-on-one. The cavalry's not charging. It's just normal attack. You know, I wonder if that. I didn't think about whether that could have been a charge or not. Well, I'm just going to do it how I thought of originally as a normal attack. Unit is not disrupted. Protection. Well, actually, it's medium to medium armor. Medium to medium. No difference. Unit type. It's cavalry to cavalry, so no difference. Terrain. Okay, it's still straight normal. Yep, normal clear terrain. Okay, so there are no column adjustments. So we're going to go to die roll modifiers. Actually, unit cohesion is 5 to 5. It's equal. Zoc of an unattacked enemy unit. That's what I talked about before. That does not apply because my attacks are distributed. There are no basically uncovered enemy units. I guess way to put it. There's no condottiero, so it's straight. It's just a straight die roll on the 0 column. And they get a 9. A 9 on the 0 column is a 1 and 1. Okay. 1 and 1. So how do we handle when both sides are going to take a hit? Okay, what I was trying to do is I was trying to figure out quickly if there was any like conversion of results or whatever, but I don't think so. So take number of cohesion hits and disruption. So are they? All right, I'll try to go in order here. So it says CH results are implemented as required. So I guess they both do. So I guess they're both disrupted and take 1 cohesion hit like that. Braccio's cavalry is disrupted and takes a cohesion hit like that. And then if the defender has received more cohesion hits than the attacker, that's not the case. These are even. So there is no defender retreat. Disruption results are implemented as required. No, I don't think. Yeah, no. That means we're flipping them. That's what we already did. I guess I did that a little bit out of step. Roll for condottieri hits if required. I don't know. No, not in this case. If the attacked hex is empty, no. Adjust victory points tally. So I guess it's just a smash together and cause each other a hit. Yep, I don't see anything else. So that is pretty straightforward. So now we can go to the one on the other side over here because it's going to be exactly the same, except that there's a 1 cohesion rating difference against the attacker. So over here, again, this is the same type of combat. So it should be no column modifiers, no column shifts. And it's going to be -1 because Pergola's cavalry is 1 lower in cohesion than Braccio's defending cavalry there. So -1. They roll a 7, minus 1 is 6. And again, it's 1 to 1. 1 and 1. Huh. Okay, so we go 1, and we go 1, and then we disrupt. And there we go. So now we go to the one that's going to have more modifiers. So I choose the lead unit. I'm going to, of course, choose the heavy cavalry there. That's the lead unit. It's still to the defender's front. So there's no positional change. There's one additional unit attacking, so it's 1 right. Cavalry is not charging. The defender, or actually I should say there's no unit disrupted, because that can be attacker or defender. Protection. Okay, I think again, just a quick double check, I do believe I'm using the lead unit. Okay, so the lead unit is heavy. Well, they're both heavy. No adjustment there. So we're still just 1 right. Unit type. Oh. Is that going to be, that's lead unit 2. Yep. So cavalry to cavalry. Okay. So that is all. That just yielded 1 right. So we're in the +1 column. Then we have cohesion, 5 to 6. Subtract the current of the defending unit from the current CR of the lead. Okay, it is the lead unit. So that's a -1. And the condottiero. So Cherubino has a 1. So I think that means that that Malatesta's, it's 1 right column shift, but it's -2 on the die roll. Oh, they roll a 12, which, by the way, I think there's something more to this. All right, I'll implement the combat result first, but we'll remember those box cars there. So it is --/1. So the defender is going to take 1 cohesion hit. That's also going to disrupt them, and they're going to retreat 1. Cherubino. Cohesion hit. That. I guess the lead unit. Lead unit advances. Now, what do we do here? I think we're going to roll for leader wounding. Okay, so 8, and then so we roll 2 dice, 8, and we add the number of hits that unit has taken in combat. They've taken 1, so it's 9. If the result is 8 or more, the condottiero has been wounded. And so if a wounded condottiero must roll on the condottiero wounded table and immediately apply the result. So that is another 1 die effect. Okay, they roll a 5. That's Capitano wounded, -3 on the AT. That's probably activation track. Okay, so normally it would be -3 on the activation track, as far as I can tell. So here's the thing, though. That's a couple squadra commander. So what happens? So what happens there? The rules about condottieri apply to squadron leaders as well. What happens in? So what happens to them when they're wounded? Okay, very interesting. It is right here. The Capo Squadra ignores wounds. I am at the end of this video where I wanted to stop, but boy, I ended on a very interesting note because I wanted to, or no, I didn't want to. I was thinking about doing a video about simple design versus more complex design. So Capo Squadra, ignore wounds. That is just pure simplicity. But it is what it is. So okay, so Capo Squadra can be killed, and that gives a VP to the opposing player. But they ignore wounds. Yeah. Needless to say, that does not sit well. But anyways, that was an interruption activation for Pergola there. Pergola.